The Leshino Islands community is well known for nature-based recreation and tourism, but the natural resources are changing, creating new challenges for a struggling local economy. To learn more, we met with Ken Drenth, president of the Leshino Community Foundation, and Gary Reed, Clark Township supervisor at the Town Hall in Cedarville.
I've lived in this community 40 years, and during that time there have been a lot of changes. The fishing really dropped off, and then as the hunting opportunities were reduced, it reduced the length of the season.
The numbers of people actively involved in hunting and fishing has declined across the state and nation, and as the climate changes, there's much less ice and snow in the Leshinos.
And with respect to the snowmobiler as well, changing weather conditions, we do not get the amount of the snowfall that we did at one time, as Ken has observed. Snowmobile does not have the impact that it once did. So the only alternative that we have is to try to, if you will, diversify that recreational mix.
These local leaders didn't have to look far to find new outdoor recreation options. The Little Traverse Conservancy and the Nature Conservancy were ready to help. Here's Sea Grant educator and well-regarded bird ecologist Elliot Nelson.
Clark Township has been kind of a really unique example of a kind of rural, small-town area that's really trying to find a way to become more resilient in terms of their economy and diversify and deal with changes that's happening in the area. So Clark Township, along with a few other organizations, the Little Traverse Conservancy, the Nature Conservancy, as well as the Drummond Island Tourism Association, they worked together to create this birding trail. They came together and they really said, how can we attract this new base? We know there's these people out there that like nature, that like kind of these more quiet sports. How can we tap into that as a way to enhance our area and bring in more tourists?
Two of the leading organizers of the North Lake Huron Birding Trail are Little Traverse Conservancy's Ann Fleming and Amy Polk of the Leshino Islands Chamber of Commerce.
So gosh, I think we have it's over 4 miles of shoreline now that are protected. So it's just part of preserving what the Nature Conservancy identified as one of the last great places in the world to protect. So it's really been a collaborative effort. All of these groups have come together to protect this gem. And now we're taking it to the next step, trying to get people to enjoy it and to appreciate it.
One of the things that birding trails do is point out really important habitat and why we need to protect that. So in terms of protecting Great Lakes resources, birding trails can kind of point out why that's even necessary, right? To show that a wide variety of species and other organisms use this habitat. But the other thing too is that birding trails can help promote coastal economies. Birding is a huge industry. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife has predicted $40 billion a year in trip and equipment expenditures in birding. And so that's a large amount of money, and a birding trail can be a way to kind of attract people to an area to kind of diversify your tourism offerings.
What the birding trail and the map and the website do for me is, rather than try to answer these people anecdotally and draw on existing maps, I can hand them the information, and it drills down information by spot, and it's more than just owls and sandhill cranes. It shows where the warblers are and the waterfowl and the birds that people are seeking. It satisfies them, and then they actually are choosing to come here as a birding destination.
Yeah, why do people do it? Yeah, birding's a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot of different reasons people get into birding. Some people really love the chase of it, the adventure of what is it that you're going to find around the next corner. It's almost like going on a treasure hunt or something like that. Other people love the photography aspect. Some people love the competitive aspect, or even the social aspect. Birding clubs brings people together. It's a way to get out with your friends. And so there's that aspect too. And then I think for a lot of people what it comes down is to just being out in nature, to kind of get that sort of serene peacefulness of just walking around trying to find that next bird.